Welcome everyone to our today's knowledge sharing session regarding the NFTs. Some of you might have heard about them recently. They become quite popular due to some of the events that have occurred in the past few weeks, and some believe that they're the future for a lot of digital art and possibly other venues of business as well regarding the kind of potential that they have. So first, I'll give you all a bit of an introduction on what was the cause of it, what are we talking about here, and why do I have this cute cat as a cover page for our slide. We'll get to it when we get to it. So first of all, this guy is called, his name is Michael Joseph Winkelmann, aka Beeple Crap. Some of you who are graphic designers who are listening to us right now probably have heard about him because he's very famous for producing daily artworks, 3D or 2D artworks, and posting them every day. He's been doing it for 13 years straight. And like every day he produces one artwork, make it or break it, he doesn't care. He just makes one and puts it out. He became very, very famous because of it, because his art kept getting better and better. And this guy is now currently, who was giving all his artwork for free, by the way, he's now third most expensive artist in the world now. Now, this is the kind of artwork he would make. He's very into weird 3D art. He would just make these either political satire or for the fun of it. He just has a concept. Anything you see, it's like a diverse range of work he just creates, and it doesn't supposed to make sense, but they're all awesome. It's so awesome that even I believe Louis Vuitton or Gucci collaborated with him recently. So it's that much, and he creates one of these every single day. Recently, he posted this artwork up on the platform called oh, this name escaped me. He posted up on a platform as an NFT. How much do you guys think it sold for? It sold for $69 million. This artwork that you see right now, this one is about 5,000 of his artworks collaged next to each other. The platform is called OpenSea. You can go and check it out. It's an OpenSea. It's a market for artworks that are turned into NFTs. He put it up. He didn't market it for $69 million. He just put it up and see how people would bid. And people bid constantly to till $69 million. It was the cost of it. Would you guys like to see a reaction video of what's happening right now, or do you want me to go past it? It's a 1-minute video.
I want to see video.
Okay.
Oh yeah, but I cannot hear the audio.
You cannot hear the audio.
Cannot.
I don't know why that is. We always have this problem. All right, I'll just leave it till the end seconds here. I'm very sorry if you guys couldn't hear the video, but this is a problem that constantly happens with these presentations. But as you can see, there he had a timer. He put the people start bidding on his artwork. At the very last second, it raised up to 69 million. Somebody paid $69 million. Fun fact, he had no idea it's gonna go for this much. He didn't even price it that much. This guy used to give his work out for free, give his all his artwork out for free. You could just download it from his website. This guy, Jack Dorsey, creator of Twitter. This is his first tweet. After people, this is he took a screenshot of his first tweet and posted it on OpenSea. How much do you think this sold for? $3 million. somebody bought $3 million. Somebody bought a snapshot of an artwork of a tweet for $3 million. It doesn't really make sense. I don't understand how, but it happened, and they paid it in Ethereum, which is a cryptocurrency. It's a rival to Bitcoin. Now this one, how much do you think this is actually one of the pioneers of NFT? This is since 2018. This is called the Crypto Kitty, which I told you I'll come back to regarding why I have that as a cover of the slides. This is a Crypto Kitty. You can create it using a platform that Ethereum, which is the cryptocurrency, created it, and you could make this work. You can create your own cat basically. And this one suddenly sold for $170,000, which is it's called the Dragon Kitty. Does it worth $170,000? I don't know, but somebody paid this much money for it because it somewhat represents some value. So what is this NFT that we're talking about here? It's called non-fungible tokens. It's a form of crypto that can show ownership of digital goods in the digital world. That's the gist of what the NFT is, basically. It allows you to have a certificate of your artwork. You show that you own this. Because right now, if you take a picture of anything and you post it up, I can just steal it. I can just take it and put somewhere else and say I did it. But with crypto, you pin it that this belongs to you. Now, token, basically, what does a token means in the non-fungible token? Token is the digital certificate that is stored through a blockchain. You basically take the date, the time, the IP address, the name, everything that is there for you as a certificate that states like, okay, Yuli right now created this artwork of this cat right now. And this is the time, date, and all the other attributes that indicates that Yuli did it. It's all formed in a certificate and put in a blockchain platform. And that, what the token part is, that is becoming a token for it. Now, what is fungibility and what is non-fungibility? We're on non-fungible. So what the funge? Fungibility is the ability of a good or asset to be interchanged with other individual goods or assets of the same type. Fungible assets simplify the exchange and trade processes, as fungibility implies equal value between the assets. That's basically what it is. And a good example of it would be a dollar or a casino chip, or in the digital realm would be Bitcoin and Ethereum. What it means if I give you 20 bucks and I'll tell you pay me back, and you pay me back in 10 bucks, it doesn't matter. I still got 20 bucks. Nothing's changed. I still got the same value back. Bitcoin, I take one Bitcoin, I give it back. It's all right. The value of it remains the same. It's already established. So what is a non-fungibility, as I call it? I call it non-fungible because it sounds better, but non-fungibility is a very weird word. I'm trying to incorporate that into my vocabulary. But non-fungibility is basically this: an asset that cannot be substituted due to its unique attribute within the same class. Now, some of you might have seen it, like I know that baseball cards are not really a big thing, and it's not really a big thing in Malaysia. We don't have baseball here. You guys who collect Pokemon cards, I can have two Charizard Pokemon card or two Pikachu Pokemon card, but it's not of the same value because I have because not one of them is the first edition Pokemon card. The other one, on the other hand, is the 25th. It doesn't matter, or 2005th. So it doesn't have the same value just because I got the first edition. Comic books, for example, when you buy a comic book, you get the edition, I don't know, like print number 2000. But the one that the people collect is the one that says first comic book published, the first edition. People look for the first ones. It doesn't, I can have two The Punisher comic books. The one that has the first edition though they're the same, it has a higher value. That is what is NFT here as well. It's the attribute that it has, it varies. It's very unique to it. It's a very interesting way of using crypto technology to create it. So how does these NFTs work? NFTs are a part of the Ethereum blockchain. Ethereum is a bit of cryptocurrency like Bitcoin or Dogecoin, but it's blockchain as well. Basically, well, crypto is like the blockchain. You put these, it's like this blocks of information, and it helps you. It blocks of information that is changed. So if you change one, it's going to change everything. So it's going to be very good for. You cannot really fake it. So if I give you like one Ethereum, and you say I got two, nobody can check. Nobody's going to believe you because it's checked that you don't have the two Ethereums. And they managed to find a way to use that technology for artwork and digital work. And don't just think like it's just 2D art or prints and everything. It's very, very versatile, a very diverse field right now. And Ethereum is the one that is now using it, but it's not, there are other competitors from other cryptocurrencies like that are pretty much using it at the moment, and they're trying to get on with it. But Ethereum is now ahead of it and pushing this forward. What it does, how is it, why does it create value? Like you're pretty much wondering like what the valuable part about it is. NFTs provide a token with a unique digital identity. This in turn makes a digital item valuable through verifiable scarcity. So if a certain artist, people, for example, that we just talked about, create something and I can certify that it is actually belong to him, and that actually belong to him, and I know there's only limited number authenticated people artwork out there, now that is going to make it valuable because there's not unlimited. It's not unlimited. You can only have certain amount of that artwork, which creates the scarcity within the world. Same thing that applies to Bitcoin and Ethereum. You have to mine it. You have to find it and mine it basically. That's what creates the value for it because there's only certain amount of numbers. The supply of lifestyle NFTs can be capped in numbers in the code so that their owners can be certain about their overall supply and resulting value. You can buy a copy of Da Vinci, and there's a Da Vinci in the Louvre Museum. Same thing, different value. You want the one that is original, and how can you be sure this is what NFT is trying to do here? So why not just copy and just sell it myself? You can actually go and steal somebody's artwork tomorrow. This without a doubt you can do this. You can, but no one's gonna believe you. Believe it as you are the art. Nobody's gonna believe that you are the artist and that you own it. Because the blockchain and what the NFT does, it's going to certify it and it's going to mint it. The process is called minting. Minting is equal to your digital signature that creates the value for it. So this is a huge step in the art world right now that allows you to mint something under your name and nobody can really take it away from you. So what now? What are we talking about here exactly? If you're an artist, fresh new platforms. There's a fresh new platform for you to sell your digital art. It's a very good way to have a proper income. One of the things that blockchain does, because you're part of the block, you will have 10% royalties if your art is resold. And also you have copyrighted your work. This is under you. Nobody can take it away from you. And regarding the 10% royalties, people sold one artwork. I wish I included in the slide. It was an artwork of Trump dead on a crossroad. He sold that artwork for $66,000 one week. The person who bought the artwork, through 2 weeks after that, sold it for $600, and people automatically received 10% of whatever that man sold the art for. Now, if you're a buyer, you actually own a digital art and can use it however you like. That's rare, that's unique. You can be sure it's a kind of giving a physical attribute to a digital artwork. They've already also incorporated a technique, a way of product design where they actually send you a digital screen with the artwork so you can have it in your home and display it there. And also you're supporting the artist. So people don't get their artwork stolen. You don't buy it from somewhere that is not authenticated work of certain person. You're buying it from the source itself and you're supporting them. Now, the big part, which is what really made this topic hot, is the collectors, because people have pretty much swarmed in to the NFT market at the moment. And the collectors NFTs can be counted as any other speculative asset where you buy it and hope that the value of it goes up one day, so you can sell it for a profit. Many people have done this. That are like, now they get these artworks and they want to resell them. They treat it like kind of like how the Bitcoin frenzy. People are buying the Bitcoin, waiting for it to rise up to a certain amount, and then they can so they'll be able to sell it or just keep it, see how much it will accumulate. By the way, it says it's speculative, so don't believe that it's all going to go up, because it's going to come down as well. Let me give you a clue of what the market for NFTs are at the moment. This is for at 2017 it was at 30 million. At 2018 it rose to 180 million. At 2019 it rose to 210 million. At 2020 it was $315 million. And at 2021 right now it's at $710 million market. This is how much it has grown. It's still fresh. The reason this talk is also happening at the moment is that I'm pretty sure some of us experienced, were wishing we collected Bitcoin when we had the chance, when it was just $5 a piece. But it is a very fresh market now, and it's worth keeping an eye on. And there's potential for other business aspects. There's an issue as well that we can talk about. It's just they're now, don't buy into the frenzy of it, because now they're talking about Bitcoin energy consumption is high. It's going to cause global warming and everything. And it's true. It is true. But the thing is it's, as the technology gets better, it's going to get easier. And let's be honest, I mean, for what is your price, really? Would you care for a couple of $1 million for the planet? I'm not saying you shouldn't, but I'm just saying nobody's going to care as much. But I'm just saying, if things move forward better, the energy consumption will go down, because the fault is now not with the NFT, is the fault, or the Bitcoin is the fault is with the system that they have implemented into mining this and doing the minting process of everything, especially with the frenzy now there is that everybody trying to mint their artwork. There's a huge amount of energy consumption that goes to it, but don't worry about it. I believe in the coming years the technology is even going to get easier for us to handle, so we can even be able to do it ourselves. As for how to mint, I'll pass it on to AJ for give you guys about a bit of a tutorial regarding how you can mint an artwork. AJ, take it.
Thank you, Adi. So now we'll look into what is an NFT. We went through what is a fungible token, non-fungible token. So now we'll go into what we call as a minting NFT. So the word minting means is making coins out of metal. That's what minting means. So if you guys want to get on board with this NFT trend, I just have like a small steps which you can follow if you want to do that. The first step is choosing the platform. There's close to 50 platforms out there in the market. Some of them are open to everyone, some of them are invite only. So if you're guys starting first, I highly recommend OpenSea or Rarible. And also, if you are a great artist, you can even go into Super Rare, Foundation, Nifty Gateway. There are other 3 biggest websites out there for you to sell in NFTs. Next. And then the step 2, you need a wallet, a crypto wallet, in order to link to those websites. There are a lot of wallet out there, but the one that widely used by every single platform out there is called MetaMask. One cool thing about MetaMask is you can easily start a wallet right away now, and it's also like a bookmark. As a website extension. So it's very easy. You go to any website, you click on the extension, it'll open up, it connects, and you have your profile there. And the next best thing is the Coinbase love, but I highly recommend to have a crypto wallet in MetaMask. Next. And then the third step. So the website I'm taking as a reference is Rarible, because it's very easy to get on board. So when you go to Rarible, you have your wallet, you connect your wallet. The first step in order to put any NFT out is first step is to see, like, do you want to put like a single art or a multiple art? So what Adi said before, if you want like a one of one edition, you can choose the single, or if you want like 1,000 collectible items of the same art, you can choose multiple. And then the next step, they will ask you to fill up the name, the description, certain properties. And one thing I want to highlight that you can even create an auction. So you can have a base price where people can keep on bid for your artwork. Or if you want like a one-off selling price, let's say if you want to sell your art for $50, whoever buys it, they owns the art, you can do. Either way, you can use the same platform. And also another thing I want to highlight is what we call as a royalty. One great thing about NFT compared to other art selling is that, let's say you make an art, and if you sell an art, that's all right. You get the money and that's all. But the one good thing about NFT is that when you set a royalty, which 10, 20, 30%, and is different from each platform, some platform, they even offer you 50% royalty also. So what the royalty means is that, let's say you sell an art to a collector. If that collector in the future wants to sell your art to a different collector, you will still earn that percentage of money from that person also. So your art, you do one time and it keep generating you money forever. And this is the final step, and a bit painful step. The final step, this is where you have to pay money, what we call as a gas fee when you want to mint any NFT. The first step for any website, they'll ask you to approve the transaction. So these are the real screenshot of my experience by the time when I was doing this. So please keep in mind that the price will go up and down every day and each time of the day. So take this as just an example. So for approving, it asked me for 10 USD. To minting the token, it asked me nearly 70 USD. So you have to pay Ethereum in order to mint that NFT. So what you can do is in the same MetaMask, you can even go to advanced option, and you can even choose, like, do you want to go for a slow, average, or a faster speed. So what it mean by that is that if you choose slow, it will take a lot of time in order to mint your NFT by all the miners. If you want fast, you pay a bit more money and it will mint as soon as possible. So if you want to save some money, you can go for a slower minting process. And then I talk about gas fees. So what is the gas fee? This is a very important topic for NFT. Gas fees are the payments which we were given by the users in order to make the NFT, is just to compensate the computing energy. So there's a thing called EVM, or called the Ethereum virtual machine, and that's where all the contracts, transactions are happening. So in order to do your transaction, the amount of energy it needs to process is the type of gas fee they will ask. In this NFT, they use a term called GY. That's the coin they will use. Is basically a nano ether, or the ninth power of the ether. So for example, take 1 ether. 1 ether currently could be like 9,000 ringgit, or like 2,000 plus USD. In order to mint any NFT, it will take like 0.000001, like 90 and then 1 GY in order to process it. In order to shorten the word, you can just say 2 GY to process the transaction. That's where the term comes in. And then you might be thinking, where does your gas money goes? It goes to the miners. So the miners are the people who will process your transaction, and they will be awarded this fee because they'll be using their computer energy, their stuff, right? So the money will go to them. And also, if your gas money is very low, the miners will even choose to ignore your transaction, because there's a thing called mining pool, where all the transaction will come in with each of a different price, and miners will always choose the best price. So if you have a lower price, it will take a longer time to process, or sometime it might get rejected also. And one thing you need to understand is that not only when you are selling, you need to pay the gas money. If a buyer wants to buy your artwork, they have to spend the same kind of a gas money also. And also the gas rate, it will fluctuate a lot, depends on the supply demand of the processing power, and then the transaction traffic that's happening in the Ethereum market. Currently, we are at the all-time high. It started with what I heard from few YouTubers that it started with 8 USD per minting NFT. Now when I check today, it's 90 USD, 90 USD in order to mint an NFT. And then there's a website called ethereumprice.org/gas where you can go in and you can see like which kind of day and which time you'll get a lower price. So my advice is go for the Sunday, like evening to night-ish time. That's the only time you'll get a lower price. So the graph you're seeing now, the less colored ones are the lowest price. So if you go like Sunday, like evening to night, you will get like 50 or 60 USD in order to mint your NFT. And then I show you some of the crazy NFTs that are being sold or selling currently in the market for you guys to understand the power of NFTs. The first one is one guy is selling an 1-year calendar of recorded farts. So he and his friend recorded farts for 1 year and selling it for 85 USD. I mean, it's still open, like you guys can buy it. And then the second is a meme. A meme, the card you're looking at, that's the image was sold for 320,000 USD. And then you guys could have seen this Nyan Cat like first uploaded in YouTube around 2011. It became very famous that time, but now this GIF sold for 500,000 USD. And then one cool thing about the NFT is that it doesn't have to be images. It can be video, audio, like RD said, can be the tweet, anything, any digital assets can be sold in NFT. So this is an example of it. The first one is sold by NBA themselves. So they sold LeBron James winning dunk for 200,000 USD. Not only that, NBA do this kind of stuff. They earn nearly 2 million USD by just selling this kind of winning ducks, those short clips. And also one thing is that the Charmin company, like one of the famous toilet paper company in the US, they sold like an illustrator toilet paper, which they like named it as NFTP, first non-fungible toilet paper. They're selling it for like 1 Ether plus. And one cool thing about that is that they even send you a physical roll also, which you can keep at your home. And also the reason why they're doing this, they're going to spend all the money to a charity. So all the money goes to the charity, which is a good thing, right? Next. And then we know Pringles, and we heard about a lot of flavors, but have you heard about crypto crisp flavors? So Pringles themselves, what you're seeing at the first GIF, they sold their crisp Pringles flavor, a crypto flavor for 1 Ether, so it's like 2,000-ish USD. And the one seeing the next to each other from the same artist is called, I think it's called Punk or something. He sold his like like this kind of art for 1 million and a 7.6 million. You can see the power of NFTs.
So what shall we do about the NFTs now? What is the point of this? What are we gonna look for in this field? Well, Warren Buffett had the best saying. He says, "Be fearful when others are greedy, and be greedy when others are fearful." I firmly back this statement. Currently, at the moment, there's a frenzy about this. People are marching in, so there's a speculation that there's a bubble which is about to burst. So people are really trying to grab on different things. But don't be fearful to the point of not noticing what's happening at the moment, and really keep an eye on it. And if you have an opportunity, try it out in a free manner. As I mentioned, I'm pretty sure some of us here really regret not getting on Bitcoin and other forms of cryptocurrencies when they appeared in the market. So we need to keep an eye on this and make a very good gesture, because yeah, you can go and pay $100 and mint an artwork, but that doesn't mean anybody's going to buy it. I did mention that there's scarcity, but there's scarcity effect that's going to give it value. But if nobody really knows your work, if there's not enough buzz around your work, or your work is not unique enough, it doesn't matter how scarce your work could. Like if you have only 2 of them, it doesn't matter. Nobody's going to really give it as much thought to even buy it. It won't even trend. For example, these are called CryptoPunks, as AJ mentioned. CryptoPunks last year or a year before that, it was being sold. It wasn't being sold. They were given away for free. So whoever has a CryptoPunk now can sell it for this much. The artist who designed it was giving away each one of these for free. Beeple was selling his Beeple Crap, the guy who we spoke about in the beginning. First NFTs he was selling, well, he sold them for $1, just for $1. There was a girl who bought one for $1. She was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna buy this." And next week, she got an offer for that $1 artwork that she bought for $50,000. So, as exciting as it sounds, it's still weird. It's still dangerous, but at the same time, the excitement of it shouldn't be disregarded as nothing. Because if you manage to turn your artwork, and if you manage to create an actual digital signature of yourself online and have an ownership, imagine how many other fields are going to be affected with the same manner, with the same technology. This guy, yeah, collected his sounds of his farts for a year, sold it for $85. A footage of LeBron James doing I think it was a dunk. It's a 5-second footage. That one sold for this amount of money. So there's this, and the footage that has appeared everywhere. It's not copyrighted in a sense that you can show it anywhere. So there is a very exciting prospect to this. At the same time, be wary of it, because right now at the moment, the reason that the prices are so high is because people are now just marching in and trying to catch something. And there's a high chance that you will fail if you try to take a very drastic step. So that's what we had to present for NFTs. I think one of you mentioned that you've minted an NFT before. Would love to know your experiences, any thoughts, and yeah, that's it. Thank you for listening, guys. Now we open up for questions.